Good. Headlocks Radio here at FWE's Open Weight Grand Prix Round 2 at the gorgeous Elm Course Center, and we've been looking for Joey Ryan's biggest fan, and we found him, Joey Ryan. It's great to see that you're your biggest fan.
I don't know, you give me a run for that money, you mark.
I've been called that on many occasions, apparently, but actually I'm a mark for Candace LaRae, who will be teaming with Joey Ryan and Team Adrenaline Express tonight. You guys are in a typical Survivor Series 5-on-5 match.
That's probably copyrighted, so we probably can't call it that.
Everyone's been calling that all week, so I just went with the flow.
It's a series of survival is what it is.
And this is why Joey Ryan needs a contract somewhere. But I gotta ask you guys, I was a little surprised, to be honest with you, when it was a 5-guy Young Buck team, and then you chose as the 5th member of Team Adrenaline Express, Candace, simply for the fact that she's going to be a woman with 5 guys on the other side, and I feel like, well, she might be a bit overmatched.
Well, let me field this for you. I guarantee you that figuratively and not literally, Candace has bigger balls than anybody on Team Young Bucks.
Is that true?
That's very true. Figuratively.
Figuratively speaking. Okay, so I gotta ask you, Candace, this is not the first time you've been in the ring with men. You've wrestled men before. What is it like wrestling against the males than it is wrestling against the females?
Well, this is why I'm not at a disadvantage here, and our team is not at a disadvantage here, because I'm used to this scenario. I do this all the time. So I think we're pretty good. I think we have a good, solid team. I'm very well aware of the Young Bucks and what they're capable of. I think the only disadvantage I might have is I'm not aware 1,010% of the other guys on the team, but we can accommodate. It's easy. I just throw guys by their balls, so it shouldn't be hard. As long as they have balls, I should be able to throw them.
Now, speaking of that, Joey Ryan, she's actually thrown you by the balls before because you guys have actually faced off. So what's the difference between facing Candace LaRae and teaming with her?
Well, the difference is now her ball throwing capabilities are now an asset to my wrestling game instead of a detriment to it. So, and I'll take those odds anytime because being on the opposite side of the ring of her, I know how she can get to the balls rather easily and toss you by them. So, not having to worry about that, and even when you know it's coming, you can't prepare for it. So, just there's no preparation for that. So having that as an asset to my team or my wrestling matches is far greater.
Now, you've had extensive experience as much as she has with the Young Bucks, especially down at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Now, I got to ask you, a lot of people know you are one of the original 6 at PWG. So having the Young Bucks over there, now facing them over here, what is some inside information that you have about the Young Bucks for tonight's match that you intend to use against them tonight?
Well, the thing about the Young Bucks is they're very, very cocky. And, I'm cocky too, but they're overly cocky. But they back it up 99% of the time. What you got to find is that 1% where they out-cock themselves. This is a very...
they out-cock and balls themselves.
Yeah. This is a very, explicit interview of the male genitalia.
They out-cock themselves.
But they, you just gotta catch them when they're overly confident. And luckily, I've seen them enough, and I've been around them enough to know when that moment to strike is.
Now, the last time you were at FWE, your FWA debut in the Open Weight Grand Prix Round 1, you faced off against a man who you credit a lot of your training to, Brian Kendrick. What was it like, the student going up against the teacher?
It wasn't the first time I faced him, but every time I get in the ring with him, he always brings my game up. Mainly because he's one of my mentors and one of my trainers when I was coming up. So it just wrestling him is always it's always a thrill for me, to be honest with you. It's as much it's much an honor as anything else. So but him being a trainer of mine, we know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and he was able to catch me with on one of my weaknesses, so he got the win that night.
So is there any expectation for Candace and Joey for one day for you guys to capture FWE gold?
Of course, we're gonna be the champions of everything everywhere. What are you kidding me? Where have you been?
We'll be the next better than the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
I like that. Now I just gotta ask, the over/under on super kicks tonight is right now middling at about 70. What's the over/under on balls flexes tonight?
Ooh.
There's 5 of them, so at least 5.
At least 5. Bare minimum 5.
Bare minimum 5.
All right, so we have, as you all have heard, Candace LaRae and Joey Ryan will be teaming with Rhett Titus and the FWE Tag Team Champions Adrenaline Express as they take on Team Young Bucks, which will comprise of the Young Bucks themselves and, well, 3 other guys that they just happen to pick up off the street. Tune in tonight on iPay-Per-View and watch FWE's Overweight Grand Prix. For Headlocks Radio, I'm Peter Rosado. Thank you for watching.